Hey everyone! Old School Pokemon here, back again with the PokeFlipz podcast, and joined by my usual co-host, KetchumAllCollectibles Dan. How are we doing today, Dan?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Staying busy for this little short week.
Yeah, it's a very short week and it's a very busy week. The amount of packages inbound and outbound. I've got the next batch of TCG player plays well underway.
There we go.
I've got packs everywhere. But it's good. It's good. The live streams are going well. eBay's going well. I got some gray felt hats flowing back to me finally. The grades that I got
finally got them back.
The grades that I got 2 episodes ago, they landed this morning. So 4 weeks once I hit the grades to getting them in hand with Beckett.
That's wild.
Yep. And then CGC, I didn't even see this. I didn't see an email about getting the cards back. I didn't see anything, and then the cards just showed up. So I don't know what was up with that.
Their whole tracking system hasn't been working. Like you don't get any emails about your cards being ready, them being shipped, and it's been like that for months now. I don't get why it hasn't gotten fixed.
I'm never a tracker checker. People will know that. I went because I'm like, why are these cards here? Why did I not get an email? So I went to my submissions. And it was like it showed some of my submissions, but not all of them. It said, click here if your submission's not found. And there's like a legacy page that shows some of my submissions. This was all news to me as of this morning. So weird how they can't keep track of what they've got going on. I don't know, because this other submission too. Yeah, I was gonna say this other one that I see in the legacy thing. I already have this one back, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating, not being able to know where anything is. I almost think, I don't know what's going on there.
You got Johto Giraffe lurking at work. We got to get a. I know we haven't done anything with our emojis, with our whatever you call them, with our membership things. But we need to somehow capture double dipping within an emote. We need a double dipping emote somehow that all of our work double dippers can throw in chat.
We need I wish you could do like GIFs. Put the Seinfeld where George double dips the chip at the party. It's like putting your face in the dip.
Oh God.
Brad's not
outdated emojis. I blame Dan. How's it going, Radar? I did send you a message. We were just texting a little bit, but I do have these back, and I physically have these in hand as well. Not quite the pristine 10 rates I would have hoped for, but when the misses are making more profit than you ever would have expected the hits to make, it's like, okay, we're doing good business anyways. No black label, unfortunately, but we have more in the chamber at Beckett, so we're still trying.
How many pristines did you get?
So with CGC, I sent 21 on the first batch. I think there's 25 in a second batch there. Only 4 got pristines, and then 17 were all gem mints. No 9.5s or lower. I when I normally send a sub to CGC, like I pre-grade so quickly. I usually get an 8 or I get a 9. Like I get some lower grades here and there. Minimal, not like it's a big deal. But these ones I pre-graded very well. I actually, looking at my Beckett's, now that I have them in hand, I broke them down. But 4 are pristine 10s. Then there are 5 that are 9.5 plus pluses. So they have 2 9.5s, 2 10s. They're 1 half grade away bump from being a 10. Some of those I might play the game. I might take to a convention. I might pay the $25 GCR. Like, hey, you called this one centering 9.5, but by my measurements, it's just as good as this one that's marked a 10. I might play that game a little bit. 5 got a 9.5 plus. 3 got 9.5 quads, like 9.5 across the board, and only 1 was a 9.5 minus. It has one 10 sub and one 9 sub. So like really, really solid across the board. I picked, I mean, all of these would certainly be PSA 10s or the majority of them. You can never say all, but I just don't think it's worth cracking them and then paying PSA. It's like we're making so much money anyways. I might crack some of them and then go for the 10, but it's just like, I don't know. So when you're making so much money anyways, you kind of need, we're going to have over 100 PSA 10s to sell, presumably when they come back. So it's like, do we really want to crack the different flavors that we have to turn them into that one flavor that we have a million of?
Yeah.
But I guess the market needs more of those. There's 30,000, 40,000, and it's not enough. So I don't know.
No, not enough. Not enough.
People are asking about my mic. I'm just going to verify my mic quickly. Oh, it's going through my webcam. Thank you, somebody other than Nick. Nick will never save me.
I don't know how you people notice.
It should be better now. Do I sound clearer now?
You do sound better now.
Thank you, UAP, the MVP. MVP more appropriate than UAP, but yeah, we're going to make so much money, he said, so please give me one for Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. I might end up cracking some of them. I'll see how the sales go on the CGC Gem Mint 10s. If they're really slow, I listed a couple just before this. I think I listed one at 260 and one at 280.
260?
Yeah, that's low list.
Crash the market.
That's low list by only a little bit. I think low list was like 262 or something. I only undercut it slightly.
I sold one like a week or two ago for 300.
Oh no, the cracks are forming. I need to get these babies sold. But yeah, I popped a couple up. I think I did one with no ad rate. I did one at 260 to undercut by like $2, and then I did one with like 2.5% ad rate at like 290 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'll see how those go, and I'll reevaluate. Maybe they end up all getting cracked to go to PSA, as silly and stupid as that is. Because these cards were the harshest pre-graded ones, and I'm quite confident I will have like significantly lower, obviously pristine rates. But I guess I had 100% 10 rate, 100% gem mint rate at both companies. All the worst being a 9.5 gem mint. But
how many did you grade or set back to grade out of the 400?
I graded over 300, I think. At some point, I will do a full video that will detail everything, but hopefully I don't get wrecked on them. I definitely sent some riskier looking ones to PSA because PSA generally is the easy grader. That's why I sent them the rougher looking ones. Hopefully I don't get destroyed on 10 rate, but I sent 212 to PSA. Nick's making money. Yeah, we only sold one person bought out just about all of our sealed. I sent a few to Ponga and PK, but yeah, I'll do a video. I've got a spreadsheet going with John that we have shared between us on Google Sheets. I'll do a spreadsheet I want to wait till I get some PSA ones back. I want to wait till I get a couple sales.
Yeah.
Maybe sell one of the pristines, see what they go for.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometime in the next 6 weeks or so, I'll probably make a video detailing everything. And then I might make one 6 months, like closing the book on it altogether.
Yeah, there we go. That'd be good.
What are you most thankful for this year? Dan goes, people liking shiny cardboard. That is definitely pretty high up on the list of things I'm thankful for, but definitely not the most. It is nice to be able to do what we do as a full-time job. But you want to talk about Thanksgiving weekend a little bit before? As always, let me do the normal intro. Most people hear this early in the thing. I think they know what's up. We are going to be hanging out for the next 2 hours, approximately till 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be answering all your questions. So let us know in the chat. I will star them as we go. We will get to them eventually. But yeah, Nick, let's start out. You and me, what do we got going on for Thanksgiving weekend? Let's detail our Black Friday, Cyber Monday, our actual holiday eating plans, like whatever you got.
Well, I'm excited. I'm actually gonna be flying back home tomorrow morning. Go back to my mom and my sister. So that'll be good to see them. I actually just saw my sister. She came out, what was this, last weekend, 2 weekends ago? So I just saw her a little while ago, but it's been a while since I've seen my mom, so that'll be good. I'm excited for that. So I'll fly back home tomorrow. And then we're actually doing Thanksgiving over at my mom's house. So my grandparents, aunt, uncle, other aunt and uncle, and my 2 cousins will be over there. So that'll be good to see all them. I haven't seen them in a while, so that'll be good to see them. And then just hang out with the family. Eat all kinds of good food on Thursday for Thanksgiving. And then normally me and my sister go Black Friday shopping on Friday, go out to all the stores. But unfortunately, she's going to be working. She's a nurse, so she works nights. So she luckily has Thanksgiving off, but she'll be going into work at 7 p.m. on Thursday to 7 a.m. on Friday. So we won't be doing any Black Friday shopping on Friday. So I'll just hang out around the house. And then my grandma's birthday is actually on Friday. So we'll go over there, hang out with them for a bit, and then I'll fly back home Friday night, and get ready for my big Cyber Monday eBay Live. I was originally thinking about trying to do a 24-hour stream. I just don't think there's enough viewers on eBay Live to justify that. So what I'm going to do instead is start at midnight, like Sunday into Monday. Start at midnight with pack ripping and just do like deals on all my booster packs. So buy it now, pack ripping for as long as people want to go. And then after that, end the stream, go to bed, and restart at noon on Monday and do noon to midnight. So same as I did last year. So I'm excited for that. Noon to midnight will be all auctions. There's going to be a couple promoted streams in there, so that'll be nice. So hopefully we'll be able to get a whole bunch of viewers, a whole bunch of new followers, and sell a whole bunch, which will be awesome. And then also during that whole week off, or that whole weekend, I'm going to be doing my normal. I always do. You do the same, I think, like a eBay store sale. So like 10 to 20% off my whole store. So I've been trying to get stuff organized for that, get new stuff listed, rearrange things in different categories. So I'm hoping that goes well. Get a whole bunch of buy it now sales in the store. That's something I do want to focus more attention on. Ending this year, going into next year is getting back to like having a good eBay store, one that sells a decent amount. Because right now, I'm doing well with the lives. My sales are more than what I did last year. But there's really not much going on in the eBay store side of things. So I want to focus more efforts on that. Now that the lives are kind of consistent.
You turned your volume on.
It randomly came on my phone. I have no idea.
Nick's pumping the viewership numbers. I went to Costco this past weekend because for me, a new tradition that formed a couple years ago, I make briskets for Thanksgiving. So anytime I have enough friends and family gathered that can be taste testers, guinea pigs for my barbecue endeavors, I have to try something, bring it to them and get some feedback. So yeah, I'm doing a brisket. I intended on doing one, like turkey is not really, in my opinion, a standalone meat. You eat a turkey leg at Thanksgiving, that can stand alone. But a lot of times, especially all the leftovers you deal with after Thanksgiving, turkey needs bacon. Turkey is improved significantly by bacon. So what I wanted to do a brisket and then pork belly burnt ends. The pork belly burnt ends being the help to get through all those turkey leftovers. But Costco didn't have the whole pork bellies like they usually had. I only go a few times a year. I don't go that regularly. But when I go, I spent like $750 because I got like a whole ribeye. I like it really thick cut. I got a whole filet. I got a bunch of things to like cut up and vacuum seal for the freezer. But anyways, I'm doing a brisket and I was going to do pork belly, but they didn't have it. So I picked up picanhas. Normally they don't have picanhas there, but I picked up like 2 whole picanhas. I don't know that I want to do picanha. It's so at like one of the Brazilian steakhouses. It's like a Brazilian cut. Most butchers that you go to wouldn't have those by default. Let me double check what they call the other. Like there's an Americanized. So it's a cut of the beef from the top rump of the cow. Rump cap, sirloin cap is what you will most commonly see it at in the U.S. But yeah, it's called picanha. It's one of my favorite things at the Brazilian steakhouses. So it's sirloin cap, and it has like a thick fat ring left on the outside of it, which is just melt in your mouth, delicious if you cook it properly. I don't think I'm gonna do that I think I'm just gonna do that next week. I don't think I'm gonna do that with Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna be just doing brisket, I guess. My normal traditional Thanksgiving brisket, and then I'll be going to 3 different Thanksgivings on Thanksgiving Day. So it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It is very bad for my weight loss goals, but I'm not going to sacrifice on the holidays. I'm not going to sacrifice when I'm traveling. I'm not going to sacrifice on the holidays. I'm going to enjoy my time on Thanksgiving, eat way too much food, watch a bunch of football, hang out with family, and I will deal with that in early December when I am starving myself to get down to my 225 goal. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving Day. I think we're doing 11 a.m. at my in-laws, my parents' in-law. They do like a very early lunch even. And then at her grandparents, I'm doing I think the first one will just be turkey. In the second one, often there's like turkey and ham. And I bring a little bit of brisket to each place that I go. I just keep it resting throughout the day in a cooler. And then the final one's my parents in the evening. So yeah, it's just a marathon day of eating a little bit of turkey, a little bit of ham, decent bit of brisket, and then stuffing, rolls, mashed potatoes, all the classic things. With that, before I go to the remainder of the weekend, which there probably won't be much, BB wants to know, what is the one thing you are for sure skipping at Thanksgiving? I guess I'll let you go back to that before I continue on with my weekend plans.
The one thing I'm for sure skipping.
What's like a wide tier Thanksgiving staple?
Honestly, the turkey.
Ooh, going right for it. I like it.
No, I'm not a huge fan of turkey. I love a little bit, but the sides are where it's at. Sides are definitely where it's at.
I'm right there with you. Like I'm a leg guy, so I have to do one of the turkey legs. It used to be more of a fight for one. When I was younger, it's like I didn't qualify for one because we used to go to my dad's parents, and a lot of that side, like my grandparents on that side have so many grandkids now, and people just kind of bounce around more. A lot of people do smaller ones on their own. We used to have like 30 people every year go to that one. I think my dad would get one, and then one of my uncles would get one. So I didn't qualify. I sitting at the kids' table, I didn't qualify for getting one of the legs. I started getting a leg after it kind of like weaned down after some of the uncles broke off to do their own things with their kids and their grandkids and whatever. But I think I normally do a leg at my in-laws, and then I do a leg again at my parents. So I do 2 turkey legs with some gravy, but turkey breast, like white meat turkey. That's very, very mids. Mids is shooting it high. But as far as like the staple sides go, my favorites are definitely stuffing, gravy, mashed potatoes, corn, rolls. Those are all necessities. Green bean casserole.
Cranberry sauce?
That's where I was going to go. So the one thing I'm for sure skipping, I probably haven't tried it again. I haven't given it a fair shot in years, but cranberry sauce, I never liked it. I probably haven't tried it in years. So I'm going to consciously make an effort to try a little bit of cranberry sauce again. But yeah, that's the one that I generally skip at Thanksgivings. Green bean casserole being another one.
Green bean casserole too? That's my favorite.
Yeah, those are 2 of my skips. My wife is making the green bean casserole this year, so I'll eat a little bit of it, but I'll try a little bit of cranberry sauce. Maybe I'll report back if I remember in 2 weeks how it went. But generally speaking, that's one of the skips for me. That's one of the easy skips.
That's wild.
And UAP's on my side. Cranberry's ass.
Dude, Dustin had we were debating this last night. Do you have mac and cheese on Thanksgiving?
So Usually my sister or my mom will make it, and they make really good mac and cheese. I don't think my in-laws do mac and cheese. I don't think either her parents or grandparents do it. I can't remember, though. Do you?
I had never heard of mac and cheese on Thanksgiving until I started working on the ship. And a lot of the people I worked with on the ship were from down south. And they all thought I was crazy for never doing mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. But that is something I'd never even heard of.
UAP says mac and cheese is mid. Mac and cheese is one of the most inconsistent foods. I've had some really bad mac and cheese. If you don't know what you're doing, which a lot of people seemingly don't, mac and cheese can be pretty rough, but there's so much very, very good mac and cheese. I'm actually working on a smoked mac and cheese recipe that I've only done 2 or 3 times now. I still need to tweak it. I need to refine it, but I've been really happy with how it's come out so far. I'm a big mac and cheese fan, but like I can give that some of them are really bad for sure.
I don't know how either, because it's so easy to make, but some people make it so dry and crunchy. It's awful.
See, that's the thing. I can't. There's a good crunchy dryness if you do it the right way, just on the top, like putting the cracker crumbles or breadcrumbs, whatever you use on the top. But there's a wrong way to do it too. I've had some that are just the whole thing is just like a brick, way too dry. But if you get the right, that's actually my favorite mac and cheese. If you get the right, like some of them are like almost like soup. Like I don't want noodle soup. I don't want it that. No. So I want it creamy down below the crust, and I want it like pretty thick, like a deep dish. I want it pretty thick, but I do want that crunchy layer on top. That's actually like a signature part of it. But the whole thing can't just be a brick either. So
exactly.
I want the perfect blend of creamy and crunchy.
Yes. Yeah, like the like Panera's mac and cheese, way too cheesy. That's your mac and cheese soup.
I don't know. I probably have had their. I'm not a big fan of Panera at all. Like in general, it just feels expensive.
Walrus. That is such a good place.
I don't like it at all. Like the sandwiches are tiny for what they are. We don't even have many around. We have like one near us, I think, and I've been to it a couple times, and it's just like, this is expensive for what it is, and it's not that good. Like I would pick any sandwich shop over that. I would pick any, like it wasn't like terrible, but it wasn't good at all for me.
Their broccoli cheddar soup in a bread bowl is so good.
I love me some bread bowls. I don't know if I ever had their bread bowls, but
that's one of why you don't like it. You haven't tried that.
One staple that used to be at Thanksgiving, I think I still get it at Christmas because we do more of a gathering. Kind of like at my dad's parents, it used to be a big Thanksgiving and a big Christmas there. It's still a big Christmas, but Thanksgiving is really broken down and kind of split up. But one of my aunts always brings like I think it's like a pumpernickel bread with some kind of a dip in it. So it's a bread bowl dip. I'm a massive fan of bread bowls, dips, soups, all kinds of stuff, pastas even. But yeah, I don't think I've ever tried Panera's, and to be honest, I feel like just like all their other food, I think it'll be more expensive and done more poorly than other places with bread bowls. That would be my opinion on it, my guess. But yeah, I'm getting hungry now. Master Set Game says, I had one of the thickest mac and cheese at Terry Black's in Texas. It was artery clogging good. I think I had I did go to Terry Black's. The brisket, honestly, I think Pecan Lodge beat them for my taste, at least the day that I went. Like these things can vary a little bit. It's not like they're all going to be 10 out of 10 on every day. But I want to say I tried their mac and cheese too. I don't really remember it that well. So it probably wasn't amazing, and it probably wasn't terrible either. Probably somewhere in between. I don't know, though. Dan and Nick after eating soup. I wish I could eat this bowl. I mean, it saves on dishes, right? It saves on dishes. If you can eat
on dishes.
It's great. You're welcome, Earth. With all the plastic, all the waste, all the everything when we have in this hobby, if we can start eating our utensils and or eating our food receptacles, that is us giving back to the planet.
Oh God.
Oh, is Pokemon going into McDonald's again?
I heard they were. I haven't been following that one at all.
I hadn't even heard that yet. I bought a bunch of cases on it, on eBay after all the craze went by. I bought a bunch afterwards. I'm not going to go to McDonald's and try to like backdoor some cases from managers or anything. I'm not going to try to elbow all the kids out of the way. I didn't do that the first time, but like if they pop up for the right price, I definitely will buy a bunch as I did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, Java. I want to say this before I miss it, but yeah, Java gifted 5. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, Thanksgiving. I think we covered. Anything else to go in on Thanksgiving meals or?
No, I think that was about it.
Yeah, so that'll be my Thanksgiving. A lot of food, a lot of football. Other than that, though, like the rest of the weekend, Black Friday, I haven't done shopping in a long time. They used to actually have, they probably do again. The Stein store at my local brewery used to have a really good Black Friday sale. And I've gone to that a couple times. I don't see myself going to that. The new Steins just don't do it for me. I'm a vintage guy in Steins, and the modern ones, I'm just like entirely. It's funny too, because like there's a lot of the liquidity, a lot of the prices, a lot of the hype are there in the ultra modern ones, but I just can't do it. Like in Pokemon, we have twice the art. We have things to like go for, but in the Stein world, it's just not. It's not the same. I'm not buying into the hype on all the new stuff. So probably just gonna have a relatively relaxing weekend. I don't know what else we have going on, but I'm gonna pull up my calendar. Yeah, I don't think we really have much set, and that kind of like sounds really nice. I'm looking forward to just relaxing, catching up on sleep a little bit, because the December is gonna be crazy with sales and buying a bunch and selling and shipping, and there's gonna be Christmas parties, and December is gonna fly by. Before you know it, it's gonna be 2025. So this is gonna be my last little leisure weekend, hopefully, for the most part, before the big holiday push.
It's wild how late Thanksgiving is this year. I don't remember a time where it's been like Sunday is going to be December already. That's wild.
Yeah, I think it's nearly as late as it could be, right? I mean, I think it's actually as late as it possibly can be. Yeah, the 4th. It's always the 4th Thursday in November. It can't be the 29th ever, because that would be the 5th thing. So it's literally as late as it can possibly be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those holidays that like don't have a stable date are we obviously Christmas is always the 25th, and a lot of them just default to like some random Monday. But Thanksgiving's a bit weird. Easter's another weird one that can be. Easter can be a very widespread of dates. But yeah, let me see if we have more questions. That's pretty much my whole weekend though. My whole weekend is Thanksgiving, and then unwinding from Thanksgiving, eating all the leftovers, watching more football on Sunday. I'm sure we'll find something to do. I'm sure something will end up coming up. But as of right now, like we don't really have too much scheduled, and it sounds good. Old School RuneScape is having its 5th league come out tomorrow. So I might partake in some late, maybe I will have a pop-up live stream Friday or Saturday night where I'm playing a little bit of Old School RuneScape leagues. We'll have to see, but I'm looking forward to that potential as well.
Is because Master Set just said 0% fees on Whatnot this weekend. Is Fanatics doing anything special?
I don't know exactly. I do have some kind of a thing with them through the end of the year. They're doing like a decent sized push for Pokemon specifically. I don't know if it's platform wide or if it's just for Pokemon or TCG or whatever. But I do have kind of a little sweetheart thing going on with them through the end of the year at least. So nothing that I'm aware of that like overrides that.
But even like any type of like special events for Black Friday, Cyber Monday?
I don't know. Honestly, I've been spending all my time buying. I've not really popped into the PK and Ponga streams too much. I'm letting them do their thing, their own independent contractor thing, and they've been crushing it. So they both message. We have like a group chat that goes between the three of us, and they both just kind of asked like, hey, are we doing anything for Black Friday, Cyber Monday? I said, yes, like whatever you guys want, you guys get full, like do all of that. Don't get crazy. Don't sell everything we have for $1 a piece or whatever, but figure some kind of deal to drive some hype. I don't know if Fanatics is doing like a bounty or anything. I've not heard anything about it, but yeah, it's been going well.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, eBay's gonna do the eBay's gonna be sending a lot of push notifications for Cyber Monday or Black Friday and then Cyber Monday as well. So that'll be good. Hopefully get a bunch more new people to actually learn about the platform and come on, buy some stuff. So that'll be good. I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Thanksgiving will be the first day in at least a few weeks that nobody's live. I know PK has been doing all year. PK has been doing his Thursday night lives, and he plans on keeping that tradition going. I think he might push a little bit later, but I think he's keeping that tradition going on his YouTube channel. So he normally is actually Ponga's normally the one who's been doing Thursday night. So Ponga asked him like, hey, I know you're going to be doing your YouTube thing. Probably the answer is no. But Ponga doesn't feel like being live on Thanksgiving, which is reasonable.
Oh, no way. No way.
I feel like, I don't know if either of them will do, almost certainly neither of them are doing Christmas, but like New Year's Day, when does that fall? Let's see. New Year's Eve is a Tuesday. New Year's Day is a Wednesday. I don't really know what their plans are for that either. Or like if PK will do Christmas Eve, I'm letting them have free reign on what they want to do. I'm just trying to keep them stocked, and I'm trying to not slow them down, and I'm trying to just stand out of their way and let them do their things. And it's been going really well.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. No Thanksgiving, no Christmas Eve, no Christmas. New Year's Eve I won't do just because it falls on a Tuesday. But if it didn't fall on my normal off day, I think I would have done something. I never do anything for New Year's Eve or day.
I know I'm late, but Walrus said Panera's glorified hospital food. Now that I think about it, that's like, there's been times I've been in a hospital and it's like this food for a hospital is like solid. Panera, that is like a very apt
hospitals are you going to where you get Panera quality food?
Oh God. I mean, it's like good hospital food. It's like the best hospital food you've ever had. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see. So we had a question come in earlier. Well, Pokey Invest says, I'm here because Nostalgianomics is a hypocrite. He got Japanese cards now. I heard that he bought out a store, I think, and they had some 151. And like I'm not someone who buys Dragon Ball Z or Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball Super, but I bought a collection of them 2 years ago because the right opportunity popped up. Like I'm not interacting with Lorcana, but if the right person hit me up with a bunch of Pokemon at the right price and I had to take the Lorcana to get it, I absolutely would buy it. So I think it's fair to broaden your horizons when the right opportunity comes.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree.
Here's another one on the food thing. What Pokemon would you put on your plate if you could for Thanksgiving? Don't forget the drink. We've definitely done the Pokemon food one, but I don't think we've done it themed to Thanksgiving.
This is true. What's a turkey Pokemon? Pheasantipity would be the first one. Yeah, the Pheasantipity was the first one that came to mind for me.
Pheasantipity. There's a lot of bird ones, but I don't think there's any like distinctly turkey ones.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm making brisket for Thanksgiving, so I would do like a bouffant brisket or something. Mandibuzz Mandibuzz is probably a vulture of some kind, but turkey, there's a lot of turkey adjacent ones. But I'm going for the brisket. I'm going for a bouffant brisket or a Miltank brisket or something for sure.
Oh God. Oh, Farfetch'd would be a good turkey-ish one.
I got a bunch of questions coming in. I'm trying to keep up starring them before I lose them all. Here we go. Fat Belly wants to know, Celebrations UPC jumped a lot, but the ETB didn't. Does the ETB have room to grow or the UPC room to drop? I think the UPC has been dropping in the past few months. I don't really have many to any substantial level, so I'm not tracking it. Like if I don't have it and if it's not being offered to me, I don't care about it and I don't think about it. So let me look it up right now. It's at 430. It's actually popped up the past 3 months, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But it was kind of drifting down. Looks like this might be, maybe someone's been going around asking a bunch of live chats and trying to manipulate the market up. But September it was down to 330, and now it's up at 430.
Wow.
So yeah, somebody just bought a bunch up. Somebody just laddered them up over the past like month and a half. I was not aware of that, but yeah, like I think any of these things can go any direction. I have no idea. Might go up, might go down.
Yeah, I like the UPC more than the ETB. Just with the metal cards, I think those look so good. Those are easily the best metal cards we've ever gotten.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of them. Celebrations was just weird how you got the variety. I forget how many packs it was, but you got handful of Celebrations, then you got the big mix. I forget what the pack blend was in there. Probably like the Charizard UPC. There was probably a decent variety.
Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of questions coming in, and I'm trying to get them all starred. I'm going to end up missing some if I don't get them starred right now. Next question, though. Pokemon DK wants to know, how do you guys package your sold items? Do you get any official packaging from eBay, or do you just buy cheap wholesale cardboard boxes, bubble wrap? Any recommendations? I have a video somewhere on my channel. I just use unbranded padded envelopes. I use unbranded padded envelopes, and I put one inside of another so it's double bubbled, and I fold a piece of cardboard. I fold a thin piece of cardboard around the slab for extra protection, so it's getting the protection of a box kind of at a cheaper rate, and that's always served me well. I've shipped tens of thousands of slabs, singles, pack, whatever. I've shipped a lot of stuff that way, and that's how PK and Ponga are shipping right now, thousands of items like a week. So yeah, I stand by that for sure.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't use the cardboard. I just do one bubble mailer into another bubble mailer, and that works out well. But yeah, biggest thing is just buy them in bulk, buy quantity. I always go for like the box of 500. I haven't looked it up in a long time, but that was the cheapest at the time, and so now I just reorder it. But buy off of eBay, off of Amazon. eBay does give you a coupon depending if you have a store, so you can get some of your boxes there, which is nice.
Yeah, I pretty much buy all my packing supplies. Bubble mailers I've been doing on Amazon lately. I found a good supplier that I like, and I'm just sticking with them. I used to go the route of buying the cheapest one. Like, okay, I need 500 quad zeros. Let me buy the cheapest listing. I had some terrible experiences with like the cheapest quality, terrible stuff. And it's like, what am I doing here? Let me find one that I like that's close to being the cheapest, and then just stick with that. As long as it doesn't get crazy, I won't reevaluate, and I'll just stick with the same one. But yeah, other than that, like booster boxes, ETB, like obviously things like that, I go up into a box, but I just don't ship much of that anymore. Anything that doesn't fit in my standard packaging, I just put in a big box and I ship it to PK and Ponga. That's what I pay them for. I'm over shipping non-slab, like random items. I have a couple consignment things left, like Magic the Gathering boxes that I'm excited to be done with before the end of the year, because I just had a return come in on, I was buying it's like $100 Magic the Gathering box, and it's listed as these things are like scratch and dent kind of. They come with issues from the distributor always, and blah blah blah. and then the guy opens a return and eBay forces it because it didn't fit his display sealed collection. I am so done and over with that forever, and I'm looking forward to never having to deal with that again very, very soon. Coleman Culture says, I bought anything that went in stock during Sword and Shield era, ETBs, collection boxes, etc. Best platform to sell those. I'm putting all my money towards mainly booster boxes, singles, and special sets now. TCG Player, eBay, they are going to be like the highest market reach. They are going to charge you, though. They're going to charge you 12% to 15%, a little bit more for shipping. There are oftentimes options out there. Maybe you can find one local to you that will buy from you for cash. Some streamer. A lot of times you'll be able to find people that pay 70, 75, 80% on different products in that area. So I would look for someone like that, but the tried and true methods are eBay and TCG Player.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. The one thing I would add is just compare pricing. Because sometimes stuff is a lot more expensive on TCG Player than eBay, and vice versa. It's a lot more expensive on eBay than TCG Player. So I would just go through one by one and see which one's more expensive. Like low list is more expensive, and list on that platform. ETBs will probably be about the same on either, but some of the collection boxes and like the various other products, like the more obscure stuff.
Oh, did UAP says, isn't it scary how fast things can double? Look at the Chinese anniversary box that just recently doubled because PokeRev did a video on it. Is that what happened? I didn't even know that.
Well, PokeRev and what's his name? Deep Pocket Monster did videos on those, and yeah, pricing did double. Because like you bought them, pricing doubled from there, and then pricing went up even further from there.
Obviously, hindsight, very, very easy. I bought 30. I bought 30 at like under a decent weight, not a crazy amount, but under 100, like comfortably under 100. I bought 30 of them, and I opted for I could have paid 70 in shipping to get them quick. I paid 40 to get them slowly, and that forced investment period has done wonders for me. So I'm probably gonna send some amount to Beckett. Some of them looked pretty clean. I haven't looked over them really harshly yet, but I got to try once. I got to try a YOLO on a black label for sure.
We did PSA and CGC, but yeah, the raw copies, we've been selling those for $250.
Yeah, that's wild. How many did you buy? You bought I think you bought more than me, right?
We got 53 initially. And then another 20 after that.
Nice. Java just went 14 out of 14 on PSA 10s. Woo. I don't even know what those are going for. I haven't even looked what the grade they're going for, but I imagine that'll be a solid play, especially getting them. I think Java got them around 100 as well. But yeah, you love to see it. I'm currently in the midst of that play being significantly smaller, but in the midst of two plays that the market is really helping my numbers on drastically.
Yeah, for sure.
Through the forced diamond hands period that is the grading turnaround time and then shipping times.
I do wonder how much of the especially the Chinese 5th anniversary, how much of that had to do with organic demand versus the two videos. Because Deep Pocket Monster did a short and PokeRev did a full-length video. I don't know. I don't follow the Chinese market at all, really, but is there really this much organic demand for the price to double, triple, or is it because of those videos? I think it's I think it's majority because of those videos, and people. It's a cool card, but I don't think people would have known about it had it not been for them to.
So is that not organic demand though? How are people supposed to find out about things? Our channels, YouTube, that is that not organic? If people talk about presumably Pat Flynn and PokeRev really like the arts like we do, right? But I genuinely like this art. I think it's cool. So if they have channels that go to the masses and they say, hey, look at this card. I found out recently existed. I bought some. I like it. And then people organically find out in that fashion that, hey, this card exists. I kind of like it too. Why does, like, people always have to go to the tinfoil hat, the scheming, scamming, pump and dump, whatever. Is that not organic to hear about things from people in the space and from friends and whatever?
I don't know. It's so tricky. Because like it reminds me a lot of the Venusaur, the Black Star promo. Remember when James did a video on those and the price went wild? It's the same thing as that. And then pricing came down on those. Which, so I don't know.
Like Rev and Nick and Pat can't help that people are dumb. Like what are they supposed to do?
I'm not saying it's their fault.
Yeah, but I think it's to call it inorganic. I don't know. I think people are inherently just dumb and fickle and shiny object syndrome, and I think like that's a natural way to discover something, right? It's a natural way to discover something, to be online and like, oh, hey, look, cool, shiny thing that I don't have that I want to have. Let me buy it. It would become nefarious. It would become all the bad things if there existed a group chat. And I mean, I wish I was in it, but clearly I'm not. If there existed a group chat between some of these top influencers and some of these people, and maybe there is, maybe we're just not in it. We're not the cool kids table. But yeah, if people are like, hey, I just recorded this video on this cool promo that I'm going to drop in 2 weeks, buy as many as you can before then. Like if that were going on, and to some extent, I like, given how big, and I'm not saying tied to Nick or tied to Pat, I would strongly believe that that's not the case with them. But to some extent, in some of these Discords and some of these YouTube channels and some of the, like, that stuff goes on to some extent, 1000%. I don't know who the actors are. I don't know who, but like buyouts, manipulation, that stuff happens. But I think to call any instance of a thing doubling, like that's what happens when a limited to some extent thing gets introduced to a larger new pool of consumers. Like that's just what happens.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't think it's completely organic, but I don't think it's not manipulation. I don't know. It's somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere in the middle there.
To me, if they genuinely they were looking at their content schedule for the next month and like, hey, what's new? If this thing came on the radar organically and wasn't like if I ordered 1,000 and then I was close with some YouTuber and I was like, hey, check out this promo, it's really cool. You should make a video on it. Wink, wink. And then I'll gift you 500 subscriptions. Wink, wink. Like that is the definition of inorganic, manipulated, all those things. I don't think this was that. I think this was like that's what their channels are. Their channels are like, hey, I like Pokemon. Hey, you guys like Pokemon. Let's talk about and show all the cool Pokemon cards that we both like together. And occasionally there are ones that end up going up a bunch. And then sometimes they go down too. Because again, people are fickle. People are like, oh, hey, Nick showed me this one. I really like it. Let me buy it. And then, oh crap, my car just broke down. I need to sell it now. I don't actually have any money. I like that. That's just a reality.
Yeah, no, it is. It is for sure. I do wish we got nice collection boxes like that for English, because it's actually a really, really cool box. That the promo comes in. We don't get anything good like that in English.
Did you buy any of the actual boxes, or did you just buy the promos? All I bought was the promos.
Yeah, I just bought the promos too.
But yeah, I mean, full art. It's got Pikachu. It's got Mew. It's got Zoroark. It's got Charizard. Tied to an anniversary. How could you go wrong?
It was so obvious. The anniversary, though.
It was so obvious. How did we all not buy 1,000 of these?
Because I wouldn't have gotten any without Walrus. Because I saw his post, scrolled right past it. Because I did not think anything of it. And then Walrus asked me a couple days later if I got any. I said no.
Nick, can we look forward to another end of the year update video coming January or February? Or are you retired entirely?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You're not gonna do the idea that when we had Nick on last, PokePlumber. So many Nicks we're talking about today, but I propose that you do a video saying, "Hey, 2024 recap. I ripped this many packs of this set. This many packs of this set." You're not even gonna give us that.
I don't. I think it's gonna go on. I think it's gonna go on Instagram. I think it's gonna. I do have that written down as an Instagram idea. Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna give it to us in some form, just likely not.
Yeah, it'll be Instagram posts. No, I don't know. YouTube it's too much work. It's too much work. I want to focus on growing in the Instagram following. So I think that'd be good content for Instagram.
Wait, is it Mighty Anna?
Who?
No, it's Zoroark. Who said Mighty Anna? Brad's talking about Mighty Anna.
Oh, Mighty Anna and Zoroark are the same Pokemon.
It's definitely Zoroark, though.
Sure.
I know because I caught a bunch of Zorua around the Halloween event in Pokemon Go. That's definitely Zoroark.
But yeah, no, I think the YouTube channel is officially KO'd.
Man, that's I mean we all kind of knew it, but to hear it is a different thing. I'm definitely going to do a video recapping our first 90 days of streaming, and I will approximate the best that I can, like how many packs have been ripped and how many like total sales and all different kinds of things. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably make that like a by-year thing. I'll do one to start, first 90 days, and then I'll just do it as part of my annual recap. Like, hey, eBay sold this much, Fanatics, this and that.
That'd be good.
Can Nick use some AI program to make your YouTube slap, like how Dan uses one to make shorts? It's just, yeah, I don't know if you ever thought about, have you ever thought about doing clipping like the big polls from eBay Live or anything? I
gotta get better with that. Walrus made me like a intro and an outro.
An intro and an intro. I like it.
So yeah, I just gotta get better at actually clipping it. Yeah, Rick drinks water. He didn't say your short slap. He said slop.
Oh, that's hilarious. YouTube slop. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I thought about when we started the Fanatics live streaming, I thought about going back and clipping. Then PKA pulls like 8 of those Pikachus from Surging Sparks. Ponga pulled a couple himself. It's like I just don't have the time or the energy to go find the clip, throw it through the bot, have it clip, and then post it and title it. And it takes, like, even though it's a lot quicker than actually editing, it takes a decent amount of time. Like probably every other week, I sit down for an hour. I probably have to add 30 minutes to my live stream to go and find 2 or 3 clips from each live stream. And it's like I'm getting 500 YouTube views mostly. They usually go better on Instagram. I have a couple on Instagram that have done over 10K views. But for the most part, it's like it's just so hard to justify too much additional content.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Let me continue to make through. We got decent backlog of questions. BB says, if I'm looking to buy some modern seal Japanese, any suggestion on where I can go to find a reliable source at great prices? _retrospects on Instagram. Check them out. The obligatory retrospect shout out every episode. I want to know. I know I'm not getting paid for this. I want to know how much Retro is paying Brandon to ask for the plug.
Yeah,
I feel like there's money. There's money changing hands somewhere, and I'm the schmuck who's working for free. Fat Belly says, with Target Black Friday deals, will the Sword and Shield sets drop, stay the same, or rise in 1 to 2 years? I got 12 Silver Tempest. Everything else was gone. I generally think Sword and Shield will go up over the next 1 to 2 years. I know I'm ripping, while PK and Ponga are ripping on my behalf, quite a bit of Sword and Shield every day, every week. They're likely to not be printing significant more amounts, though if I had to speculate, I would assume this probably isn't backstock. All these old ETBs, like some amount of that was printed relatively recently, I would guess, but I could be wrong there. Like I genuinely don't know. You're getting all these tins coming out. I've been hearing a lot of people in Discord today talking about these Walmart tins they picked up, and some had 2 Evolving Skies packs, and some had 3 Evolving Skies packs, and it's like, I'm assuming they're reprinting that Evolving Skies like relatively recently. They're not doing it in booster box format, but they're getting more cards out there in different ways. Like 151, I don't know if we're getting bundles again. I don't know if we're getting ETBs again, UPCs again, but we're getting that collection through our distributors. I think that's new packs being printed for that collection box. Whatever Splash or whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah,
I forget the name of it.
I generally think sealed product will go up, but if it gets a big reprint, it can go down in the short term. But getting $20 ETBs is quite solid. I used to get my allocations direct from distributor upon release. They used to be $22-23 a booster box. So you're in for, an ETB. So you're in for cheaper than that. Like, and you're in for cheaper than that years later, which is very solid, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a great price. I don't think these are reprints though. Evolving Skies, a recent reprint? No way. I cannot see that. I think it's just all stuff Pokemon has, just sitting in the warehouse, or MJ Holdings or whoever. They can't reprint Yellow Borders, Dan.
Yeah, it's impossible. I mean, once you print silver through a printer, that printer is ruined forever from printing yellow.
No, but honestly, I can't see that. I don't know. I think it is just backstock type stuff. Stores just trying to clear out their warehouses for the end of the year. But yes, a 151, I do agree, could definitely be a reprint, just in these new collection boxes. But the other question I wanted to ask you was, what Sword and Shield sets are doing well for you in the lives right now? For me, Silver Tempest is doing really well, and Crown Zenith is doing really well. I don't have any Evolving Skies, so that's why that one's not doing well. But I have basically all the other Sword and Shield sets, and it's slowed down a lot, except for those two. A lot of focus is on Scarlet and Violet, especially right now with Surging Sparks. But even before Surging Sparks came out, a lot more focus has been on Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, I would say the big ones are, I'm gonna actually pull up PK's stream from last night to see what he did, like literally just last night. But Twilight Masquerade from Scarlet and Violet's doing quite well. 151 naturally. You've got Surging still is crushing ever since release, which it's only been a couple weeks now. But Silver Tempest has been going pretty regularly. You've got the Lugia there. Lost Origin has been pretty solid. You've got the Giratina Chase there. Definitely Crown Zenith. Ponga, especially, for whatever reason. He's got the following that really is just, they cannot be satiated with their demand for Crown Zenith, which is nice. It's a good set. It's really cheap right now. So I have a lot of those packs coming in. PK sold a bunch of Crown Zenith last night. But yeah, literally all the ones I just said as I'm scrolling through. Lost Origin, Surging, Crown Zenith, Silver Tempest, 151. Those are the main ones, like far and away. Those are leading.
Do you have Evolving Skies?
Yep. It looks like he didn't sell any last night. I don't know if he has any. I'm pretty sure Ponga has some, but I don't even. So he did. He sold not last night, but 2 nights ago. Actually, that would have been Ponga. Sunday night, Ponga sold a couple 9-pack lots of Evolving. He actually sold a little bit of Paldea Evolved. He sold some. Let's see what else. Fusion Strike, he sold a little bit of. It's kind of all over the place. They put up a good variety every night, and it seems like the biggest hitters by far are 151 and Crown Zenith and Surging, those three. And then the next tier. So those would be like S tier. Those ones are flying right now. And then A tier would be like Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, a little bit of Evolving, but all over. Pretty good variety. All the sets, like tons of solid sets, tons of solid chase cards in there. Love to see it.
Yeah.
So Eric Drinks Water says, is retro capping when he says Dan isn't too cool to be going to retail stores for the deals that you tell us you don't have time for? There's no drama going on, so I'm looking to start some. I genuinely was in Costco the other day. It didn't even come across my mind to look for their TCG products. I didn't happen across them naturally. I spent $750, and exactly zero of those $750 were spent on 151 or Crown Zenith products. I didn't look for it. I didn't see it. They might have been there. They might have been gone. I go to Walmart occasionally to buy some fine meats. They have a fine butcher at Walmart. I do not go to the card section ever. I just, not that I'm above it morally or anything, not that I'm like morally superior. I just genuinely, the way that I see it, those are not for me. I don't want to break down more product than I have to. I already break down a decent amount coming from my distributors, the product that's intended for me. So like if other people want to go buy and make a couple $100 an hour, breaking down product and selling to me for 75, 80%, I'm perfectly fine. Like I'm fine. Some people get so like, I need to turn the screws in on everybody. I need to get every last cent out of every interaction that I have. And I'm very much not that at all. Like I'm perfectly fine letting other people make money. I like the thought that other people are making money. When I buy out, when I come to a deal with Spat or with Java or with BB or whoever, Dan Hazard, buying packs, buying slabs, it's like, it's nice because I'm going to make a little bit of money on it. They're making a little bit of money on their misses, the things that don't work best for their eBays or whatever. And then they're going out and they're buying more. So when I buy someone and I allow them to profit, allow them to like get liquidity back, that makes it all the more likely that they'll be back to me in the future with more product to sell to me. So like having some people just need, like, I need to win, you need to lose. I'm not that at all. It's like, let's win together. Let's both be here crushing it 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years. Like I genuinely do not go to stores to scout product. I don't want to be in videos. I don't want to be having those interactions in public. It sounds miserable, honestly. It sounds miserable. Some of the things that I've seen and heard people go through with limits and this and that. It's like, just scout me. I don't care. Let me buy it at 75% of market and I will buy it from you and be happy to pay you the profit that you deserve for going through the things I don't want to go through. Do you go yourself? Like, do you, when like you live in a city, there's probably a lot of Costco's around you, Targets, Walmarts, whatever. Do you go and chase any of that? Or are you like one of those days where the restock bots are coming through? Like, do you spend an hour at your computer trying to like check out with your limit of 151 or Prismatic Evolutions or whatever it may be?
For 151, I did when the booster bundles dropped on Walmart and Pokemon Center. But I was able to get in, get mine, and get out. So it wasn't like all day, but I did it for that. I will go to, well, like when I'm at Target or Walmart or wherever, I will go to the card section to see what they have. I've never bought anything in store. So yeah, I would say for the most part, no. But yeah. It was mainly, I think it was the only time I've ever done that was the 151 drop, the booster bundle drop that they had. That was the only time I picked something up.
And I've done a couple PC ETBs but overall, it's like every time that I've done it a little bit, it's like there's a car error. Pokemon Center calls me a robot and hurts my feelings, or whatever it may be. It's like, I just don't want to do any of that. I want to click a couple buttons and I want to spend $100,000 all at once. And just like, I want to say, hey, I'm buying your stuff for 75%. And then I want to have 20 messages in my inbox and I work through them and I spend 50 grand for that week. And then boom, I'm good for a week or two. And then I'm on to the next one. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do this stuff. I don't want to be going to Costco, going to this, going to that, coming up short. Sometimes I just, it's not for me. It's not for me at all.
Yeah.
And here, like Walrus is saying, back when I said something about them having reprinted Evolving Skies, reprint, restock, I have no clue. I don't actually care whatsoever. But like anytime they reprint something, if they reprint Surging, they don't capture the secondary market prices. They capture them through instant liquidity, like guaranteed sales, not having things sit at their warehouses. They sell it immediately to the distributors, to the Walmarts, the Targets, the Costco's, whatever. But like if and when Pokemon reprints Surging, they're not getting 150, 180 a box. Distributors might. And maybe Pokemon upcharges a little bit to distributors when they do a reprint, but overall, like, I don't think they do. I think Pokemon has a per pack price that they charge, whether it's evolving or whether it's surging, to their distributors, to MJ Holdings, to Targets, Walmart's, Costco's. Like, Pokemon doesn't recapture more. So I think, like, they would be smart. If it seems like the end consumer wants some more evolving, they would actually be smart to get it out there in packs and not make a ton of their investors really angry having it come out in booster boxes. But, like, I genuinely don't know what it is. We always have. Anytime packs come out, it's like, is it reprint? Is it restock? Is it all these other things? I have no idea. And I'm not saying it whatsoever. Like, I'm not taking moral superiority. Selfishly, I effing hate that. I hate the thought of going to a Walmart or a Costco. Like, I live 20 minutes from Walmart. I live 50 minutes from Costco. If I spend 3 hours of my day driving out to Costco, it's like, I would rather just click a couple buttons. I just paid out 3 different people this morning on 151 packs. I paid way more than I could have. Like, I could probably, if I got lucky and if they had stock at Costco, I could probably effectively make a couple grand in 3 hours. But, like, I also might not. And I can sit here and I can do what I'm doing and I can make a known bird in the hand versus two in the bush type of thing. And then all the additional things that might come, like, I might go and I might just have some weird interaction with the general public that I don't want to have. I don't want to go and buy a powder product and have some kid crying there. Think of the children and getting, like, I don't want any of those potentials. I want to pay people 75% of market, and then I can make what I got to make, and I'm on to the next thing. I'm perfectly happy doing that. Just scout me. Please just scout me.
Are you buying 151 thinking you'll sell it by the time these new boxes come out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly.
Because I've pretty much stopped buying 151 at this point, because I think I have enough to last me until February with how things have slowed down on 151. I've still got like 1,000 packs or so. So I think that'll last me until February-ish. So I pretty much stopped, hoping that I'll get a whole bunch for this new collection box.
See, PK has been ripping a lot of 151. PK last night did 72 151 packs.
Man.
And then Ponga, we're doing over 500 a week, I think. Look, I need a couple thousand a month at the rates that we've been going. Of 151. I need a couple thousand a month of 151. So I might have 4,000 or 5,000. And that should last me till February-ish. If I have a little bit too many, like, that's fine. I'm going to lose some money on the packs in the short term, but, like, I'm going to get a bunch restocked cheaper. I feel comfortable. I feel quite comfortable buying. I was buying them at 7. I bought some at 725. Now I'm buying them at 75%, which as I speak, per my spreadsheet, 75% on 151 is 637. So I've lowered my buy price from 725 at one point last week to 637. I'm going to be getting a lot less coming in at that. If someone offers me 2,000 more packs at 637, I'll buy them. I'll buy them right now. But then I'll be offering 70% on the next ones, and then 65%. And then at some point I'll offer low enough that people will stop selling to me. And that's just what you do, right? When you need them more, you pay a high percentage. When you need them less, you pay a lower percentage. I'll never stop buying them. I'll just offer an effectively low enough price that no one will sell to me. So I will inadvertently, almost like intentionally, unintentionally stop buying them through my bid price so low. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we've only been going for 6-7 weeks. I don't know long term all of our numbers on exactly, but I want to identify the best that I can in the coming weeks, approximately how many packs of each set I need each month. And
I don't think you'll ever know those numbers.
You'll never know exactly, because it'll ebb and flow, it'll change over time. But, like, I want to have approximately at least 30 days worth of product. I want to have PK and Ponga both to, like, if I didn't send them an additional box, I want them to be able to run for a month. That's like my long-term goal. I want to get there. I'm not there yet. And then I want to have here with me, I want to have like a 900 pack box of 151. The day that one of them messaged me like, hey, I'm running out low on 151. Boom, 900 packs in the mail. Like, so I want to build a couple month back stock with me, have each of them having a 1 month back stock, and then I can buy a little bit less aggressively. I can be a little more picky and choosy and pay a lower percentage. But yeah, I never has it been part of my acquisition methods to like physically go into stores and buy retail. It's just I don't enjoy doing it. I don't want to do it, so I will pay more to not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Garza wants to know, have you guys seen the Target Black Friday ETBs craze lately, similar to Costco 151 mini tins? I don't see any of it on the ground floor.
That question.
Yeah, $20. I see them out there. I'm not going to my Target. I have a Target that's 30 minutes away that I will not visit to look for tins or ETBs. And when the links drop, I see the Discords go wild. I see the Discord go wild. 151 just get. It's like I just prepare. It's like, hey, I see Discord get pinged. Like, hey, this just dropped here, and then my inbox fills up. Hey, are you buying 151? Are you buying Evolving Skies? It's like, oh, you just got that restock. Yes, but I just had 12 emails about the same thing. I'm paying 70% now. I will, and then 8 people won't sell to me, but 2 people still will. So that's how I navigate it. Like whenever one of those drops comes in, a lot of times I do get a slightly better price because I have too many in my inbox. I don't want to buy them all, so I offer a lower percentage. That's yeah. Let's see. What's up, double dippers? That's what. Given that all of our podcasts are done during like the normal 9 to 5 work schedule, the PokeFlipz double dippers, the PokeFlipz double dips. That's like our followings names. That would be solid.
I like it. I like it.
Thoughts on starting out on TCG Player? I've sold on eBay, but considering going all in on TCG Player into the new year. Is there a difference between how well singles and sealed product do on there? If you want to go first, so I can catch up trying to start all the comments.
I would say that there's definitely differences. Personally, I sold on TCG Player for like a year, and I always liked eBay over TCG Player. TCG Player is really nice for creating listings because all you're doing is you're updating the quantity and the price point. There's no pictures, descriptions, anything like that. So it's really easy in that regard. But the back end of TCG Player, when it comes to shipping stuff, is I don't know if I just never figured out bulk shipping, but it's so much more tedious and a lot more confusing than eBay. I assume there's a way to bulk ship, but eBay just makes it so easy, especially with the ESE now. Makes it so much easier. So I've always liked eBay over TCG Player, but I will say, like, if you're depending on what you're selling, like low end bulky singles, hollows, reverse hollows, commons, uncommons, all that stuff, you do have a lot more sell through on TCG Player than you will on eBay, just because you don't have to list stuff for 99 cents. You can list stuff for as low as a penny, which I would not recommend, but you can go that low. So yeah, you'll sell a lot more of the bulkier type cards, but you'll be making less. And then the other thing I noticed was even on like the $1, $2 like V's, VMAXs in Sword and Shield. I noticed that eBay pricing was higher than TCG Player by a good amount. Like when I was doing singles, I would list my ultra rare V's for $2 a piece on eBay, and they would slowly sell. It wasn't like I was selling them constantly, but they would move at a good rate. And on TCG Player, they're $1, $1.20, so it's like half the price. Now you are paying shipping on TCG Player where you're not paying shipping on eBay, so maybe that has that plays a factor as well. But yeah, I always liked eBay over TCG Player, but there are definitely pros to TCG Player. So I would say give it a shot and see how you like it. Because it is definitely a nice platform to list stuff on for sure.
I think you covered it well. And then Eric Drinks Water says TCG Player for volume, eBay for margin. I definitely agree with that. That take. Isn't it scary? Oh wait, I did that. How's Surging Sparks doing for you both? Are you now sold out of what you were planning on selling? No, I have been buying though. Again, I've been buying from 80%. Some people have sold me some boxes. Some people have sold me some loose packs they broke down from ETBs or whatever. But I thankfully got 38 cases worth for my distributor at initial launch for the boxes, and then I got a bunch of ETBs and like all the other products. So I still have enough to keep going at the rate my guys are going right now for a bit. I don't know how long a bit is exactly. I don't know how much surging is going to slow. Once Prismatic comes out, I think it'll slow a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, like I'm pretty happy with my Surging Sparks standing, how much product I have. What about you? Are you still ripping it? Like that's one of your top ones too. You're still...
100% insanity. Yeah. I'll be sold out soon if I don't get any more. We just opened a Walrus. Walrus opened the. I've never done this before. I've always just bought them and just kind of chucked them into my storage unit. I actually opened the check lane blister of Surging Sparks. So I'm down to my last 288 packs, and then I think I have 18 boxes left. So we're getting down there with Surging Sparks.
Yeah. And then what are you going to, like, if that runs out, like say on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, your marathon thing, you sell out all the way down to zero. Do you put out a buy offer on Instagram for 85%? Or do you just go to the open market, buy it 100%? And like, what's your plan?
I don't know. Part of me says just move on to the next thing. Wait for the next set and move on. Part of me says you need to have it in stock. So I don't know anymore. I don't know what I want to do. Ideally, get to a point where I have surging or have the newest set available until the next set comes out, and then kind of forget about it from there. That's the ultimate goal, is what I think I want to go for. But for Surging Sparks, I honestly don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. Because like, at what point do you stop stocking these sets? I guess if you want to be a full-time pack ripper, it's different. But I don't want to go full-time pack ripping. So like, at what point do I stop stocking Sword and Shield sets and just let them run out and forget about them?
Whenever people stop buying them at the margin you set.
So you're just gonna have every single set eventually?
I intend on getting my website updated to where I'm buying packs all the way back to XY, and I'll buy everything at 75%. Once I get 2 or 3 months of a set backstocked, like say we open 1,000 packs of 151 a month. Once I get 3,000 packs of that, I will just lower my buy price down to 60% or whatever. And then I want to get to where on a weekly basis, I'm updating my website with like, these are the hot buys that I need. I have less than a month inventory, less than a month of backstock. I'm paying 75, 80%. But generally I want to be at like 70% on any packs most of the time. Once I get to where I have 3, 4, like I might get 5 months, 6 months of backstock of Shrouded Fable. I'll buy it for 50% if someone wants to give it away. But like that's a set that I've had people offer me 5,000, 8,000 packs of Shrouded Fable. And I'm like, that is years worth of like that is a decade's worth of at the rate that we're going. It's like, I will buy it, but I will not buy it for a price that you will sell it. So a lot of times I don't even offer 50%. I just pass on even offering. Like I'm not going to give you a number you're going to like. So, and there's times where not recently because we're booming too hard, but there's times where historically people are like, even though I won't like the number, let me know what it is. And then there's times that I've bought stuff like that's more during down periods and stuff where I've bought stuff multiple years worth of like I know you've bought some massive backstocks on like obscure different packs too. So
yeah, I don't know. I definitely can't see stocking everything that old. But yeah, I mean I'm even thinking about just not chasing like Sword and Shield stuff anymore. And just focusing on the newest stuff because I would rather focus more on singles and slabs and auctions than pack ripping. It's nice that you make that guaranteed profit with the buy it nows, but I enjoy the auctions, and I think I do better with the auctions than I do buy it now stuff.
Yeah, I like the predictability of the pack ripping. I like the ease of sourcing relative to like if someone has 5,000 packs and they have the breakdown on what they have, I can go through my spreadsheet and I can just do quantity, 50 of these, 80 of these, 100 of these, 500 of these, and it spits out a number. And they're significantly more fungible. They're significantly more liquid. Whereas if someone's got, and I've told people that this past week, I used to do the comping more. I don't have time to comp everything that's in my inbox. It's like someday I might have time again. But as of right now, it's like, if you don't want to comp it, I probably can't buy from you because I have thousands of slabs being offered to me in my inbox. And the thing that's killer, when you go through and you comp 100 slabs and then they turn it down.
Yeah.
That's like me driving 40 minutes to Costco and then there being nothing there. I can only do that so many times that I lose my sanity.
Yeah.
So I want to get to a point. If I would rather pay 75% to the same people over and over, your Javas, your Spats, your like people that we know, when they can do their own comping and I can trust their comping. I do a little bit of spots checks here and there. But I would rather pay 75% to 80% to people that I know and I can trust than to pay 70% and have to do all the comping myself. Or even though the effective hourly rate of doing that comping might be hundreds of dollars an hour, as crazy as it sounds, it's like, I just want to drop the aspects of the business that I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy, depending, like it all depends on what the comping is. If it's comping PSA 9 and 10, $15 slabs, I just can't do 100 of those in a row. If it's comping like a genuine, like something that's harder to find, that's a different story. But these days, most of that stuff I'm not buying anymore. I'm consigning it now, so I don't even have to comp it. I just send it to me, I'll auction it, and I'll get you paid out.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, these are big changes I've made to my business in the past 6, 7, 8 weeks. So I'm still like learning my new normal, my new how I'm tackling all this stuff. More Costco slander. Is this pod sponsored by Sam's Club? Given Dan's love for Walmart, not surprised he's biased by Sam's. I don't think I have a Sam's Club. Let me look up Sam's Club near me. I don't think I have any near me. Oh, maybe I do. Sam's Mini Mart. That's not. That's just
Sam's Club.
That's a convenience store. I was gonna say the closest Sam's Club to me is significantly further than the closest Costco. I didn't think I had one anywhere near me. Over an hour and a half, I think. But so yeah, we did this surging one. Garen says with 151, I don't know why they don't do more bundles. Those have to be the easiest product to make, right, and cheapest. The big Blooming Waters box, name might be wrong, has to be slightly more tedious to make. Yeah, I mean, the answer is they just hate the planet and they love shipping all this air. They love filling your recycling bins. They love the thought of you having a bonfire to burn all your cardboard because you can't fit it all in your recycling bin. So sorry, Earth, but that's the route that they've chosen.
It really doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it.
The only logical explanation is destruction of the planet. Like that is the simplest. Occam's razor at work here.
Oh.
No, it is wild though. Like if you try to apply too much logic, like, oh no, Pokemon's not going to be reprinting this or that because like, look at the fact that they're doing Blooming Waters collections. They could do through normal channels. They could do booster bundles. They could do they could do whatever the hell they wanted. They could sell by the pallet, and I would love it if they did it. If they would sell me 25,000 packs on a pallet. They actually used to call them the technical term for them was a Gaylord, like a you used to be in shipping. You're probably familiar with what that is, right? Like it's literally just a massive pallet, but with walls. If they would sell Pokemon packs by the Gaylord, 25,000 packs for like $75,000, that would be a streamer's dream. Like, please, Pokemon, please sell that. Please sell that to distribution so I can buy that from them. We will save the planet together. One Gaylord of booster packs at a time. That would be like, please, you're welcome, Earth. Let's do this. Let's save the planet.
It'd be so nice. So nice.
Think about how many cardboard cuts and plastic cuts you'd save yourself. Think about how you'd rip through the packs and you throw away the wrappers and you'd recycle the pallet. You'd ship the pallet back, whatever. And then on to the next one. You wouldn't have all this plastic, all this cardboard. You'd get straight to business. Like, what are we doing here? Get rid of all that plastic, get rid of all that packaging, get rid of all that freight charge, the air. Oh God, I knew that was gonna be that's like the actual technical term though. We used to order all of our packaging materials at my old company through those means.
I like basics. In 2024, they're called a watermelon toast now.
Oh man.
Oh God.
But yeah, please, someone put that up the chain to Pokemon. If we need to have a more, a less, we're all kids, right? 69, 420, all those numbers are funny. That's a funny word. We need to think of a better word that doesn't cause so many of us grown children to laugh. But please deliver us packs in that method. Please deliver us the ability to just buy a large pallet of tens of thousands of packs.
Yes.
That would be amazing. I understand for retail means you do need your booster boxes. You need your big flashy things that take up a lot of real estate on a shelf so the customer can see the shiny object and you can satiate their money allergies with that big shiny product. But like, times are a-changing. Don't get left behind. So many of these packs are going straight to streamers. And don't forget the streamers. The streamers don't care. They care. Like if I'm offering, I've had people reach out to me recently. I'm paying 75% on unsleeved boosters, like raw loose boosters. I'm paying 70% on sleeve boosters. I'm paying 70% not of the sleeve booster price because a lot of them hold a premium. I'm paying 70% of the loose booster price on sleeve boosters because I hate them. They're so tedious to break through. I don't want more cardboard. There's already foil around my cards. I want the cards. The consumers want the cards. Deliver those, inject those straight into our veins. Like that is what TCG Pocket is. TCG Pocket is the correct delivery form. They're injecting the digital cardboard straight into our veins. Please give us an equivalent product for physical cardboard. Please, Pokemon. I'm going to have to rip. I normally don't feed this stuff to Opus to create shorts, but there's got to be a short in there somewhere. I'm going to make a note to get a short of short from PokeFlipz.
Oh God. Yeah, I would love it if that happened. I can't see it ever happening. I can't see it.
I mean, think of all the savings, the freight savings. Think of the saving the planet together. They can put out a bunch of warm, fuzzy, green initiative things on their website. They can deliver us the product that we want in a more direct, sustainable. I feel like this is a low-hanging fruit. I feel like this is an easy thing for them.
I don't know. It seems like they're getting away from booster boxes almost. I don't get it. I agree. It'd be so much easier.
Yeah, booster boxes are the closest we have to that, right? Because on a pallet, you can fit 600 booster cases, and there's only there's 2 layers of cardboard there. But like, think bigger. Get rid of all that cardboard in between. You don't even need to stack them neatly. I think if you stack them neatly, you'll fit more. So it's probably better to do that. But just throw them in. Like, remember Card Party? Didn't they have like an empty? They had like an empty pool.
Yeah.
They threw all the pack wrappers in. Sell me a pool. More politically correct terminology here. Sell me a pool. Sell me a kiddie pool full of packs. Like, just throw them in there. Just off the assembly line. Just chuck in 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 packs. I will buy that at the same per pack price. Like, what am I paying right now? I'm paying $92.50 for a box. So I'm paying, divided by 36, I'm paying $257 a pack. I will pay they should be able to cut costs a little bit. I'll pay 50 grand for 20,000 packs in a pool.
$2? They're not going to, that little cardboard box is not worth
$250. $250. $50,000 for 20,000 packs. Did I say 25,000? I might have said the wrong number. But anyways, 50, like, give me a couple, give me 6 cents off per pack because you're saving a little bit. That makes sense. And then I will buy, give me 20,000 packs of 151, give me 20,000 packs of Crown Zenith, give me 20,000 pack. Like, please give me that. I don't want my 40 cases of every set. I just want 20,000 loose packs of every set moving ahead. Like, that is what I want. Please deliver that to me.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
Because Pokemon hates the planet. I've got to bully them into making this product for me. It's like, I'm gonna start adding them in tweets on Instagram. Like, sorry, Earth, look at all this packaging I just had from breaking down. Like, every time, here we go. Every time you sell to me, every time you scout me some Costco product, some Sam's Club product, please send me a picture of your recycling bins afterwards. I'm gonna compile a big thing. I'll make a big expose video on it about how the planet's dying from Pokemon over packaging these products. And then I'll make a big push so that in 2025 we can get these bulk packaging products that I seek. But as I say all that, people are like recoiling in their seats because they're thinking like, I just made $300 an hour breaking down these Costco products to sell to Dan at 75, 80%.
Their opportunities,
now their opportunities will be gone. Their opportunities will be gone. So I guess a lot of people probably don't want that, but Pokemon.
Nobody's going to send you a picture now.
I know. Please risk your $100 to $300 an hour side hustle by sending me pictures to
they're going to send you this picture of like this little tiny box and say that was everything.
Here we go. 25,000 packs on a pallet can be called a boom box. Sell me a boom box. 25,000 times 250. That's a clean $62,500. I will buy multiple boom boxes, please. Dan running for president with all the jobs he's creating for the community. Dan's upcoming video. Oh God, that's hilarious. Here we go. Let's go back. We're going into the deep end here, but I like it. Andy Garza says investing into Team Up, Cosmic Eclipse, and Unified Mind ETBs, planning to hold it for the long run. What are your thoughts? I don't like it. I don't like it whatsoever. Me personally, like they're way too niche. They're way too illiquid. Look at on TCG Player. I have no idea what these ETBs go for. And frankly, I don't care that much. I don't have any of them. I don't ever plan on having any of them. I would not buy these at 70%. I would buy these at like 60%. Because I know what happens when you're selling them one by one. People care about the wrapper. People care about if there's a little indent on the corner from being set down too hard or set into the case too hard. The nightmare that comes along with selling these, if you get the wrong buyer, is miserable. So I don't touch them. I would pay 50 to 60% very hesitantly if people were offering them to me. Of ETBs, of booster boxes, of booster bundles, you're selling a fraction of a percent as many of those each day as you're selling of like loose booster packs, booster boxes. So I just don't touch them due to liquidity, due to how niche they are. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And you're paying a massive premium, especially on those ones, compared to like the pack pricing. Even like you're paying a premium for ETB packs as opposed to like booster box packs. So it does not make sense. Yeah, I would go booster boxes.
And I don't know if Plasma Storm's actually a $4,000 ETB, but it very well might be. I want to say I sold mine for $2,000 to $3,000 a couple years ago whenever I got out of my ETB collection. But this guy was buying those ETBs from me. Geez, y'all cost me a sale. Rest in peace, Walrus. But no, I like they might be $4,000, but I sold mine probably 2 years ago for like $2,000. It doubled in 2 years. That's great. But like the amount of potential headache that's there, the amount of resealed concern, all that different kind of stuff, the amount of things that have doubled in the same 2 years that stuff doubled. Like my whole Surging Sparks allocation doubled in the same in a much shorter time frame. So many of my Scarlet and Violet, so many of my Sword and Shield booster boxes. So opportunity cost of those ETBs, including the opportunity cost of potential headaches and all kinds of issues, it's just not worth it for me. Not worth it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
UAP says 50 people in here and 22 likes. Come on, chat. Are you sleeping? You are sleeping. Appreciate UAP pumping up those likes. But all that to say, like if you want to buy those, part investment, part because you like them, collect them, whatever. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you why I wouldn't. For me, that's for me. So yeah. Here's our next working title for the episode 4 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, we will have a special guest, but two boomers who boomed so hard they quit their jobs to sell the boom. Booming.
I like it. I like
booming.
it.
So there's our working title for 4 weeks from now. We actually should look at that. Let me look at that really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Friday the 27th. That should work fine, right?
I don't think so. I'll probably be flying home then. We can figure it out.
No. We'll have to figure that out then. Yeah, it will be. At first, I looked at 2 weeks from today as Christmas Eve, but ideally we won't be doing it on Tuesday.
Not live on Tuesday, yeah.
We'll figure it out that week, but the 26th, 27th, we'll find something that works. But we have a working title, so that's good.
I like it.
We've got a Pokemon and NN raid.
Woo!
Appreciate you guys for the raid. Oh, yeah. And this is actually a really valid thing. So the difference between Dan going to pick things up from Costco, Sam's Club, whatever, and from buying from the people who do, one is repeatable and one is on a timer. One is luck of the draw. The other one is more repeatable. Like buying at 70 to 80% of market is a tried and true method that LGSs and businesses have been doing since 1999. I mean, since before that with Magic the Gathering, with other things. Coin dealers, like buying at a percent of market and then reselling at a higher percent of market. That is literally like the core way that every product, like look at your water bottle, look at your TV. That is how every product in the world is distributed to the end consumer. So buying in one way is scalping when opportunity is abounding. That's not always going to be the case. What I'm doing will always be sustainable. It will always be there to some extent. Percentages might change, might fluctuate, but absolutely, that's a very, very valid point.
Yeah, but I also feel like I do agree, but I also feel like there's always going to be an opportunity, whether it's Walmart, Costco, Target, some random website. You're always going to have an opportunity for something.
So I've been in this for 10 years. You've been in it longer. The vast majority of the time, you can't just
okay, pre-boom. Okay,
I'm not even talking pre-boom.
Market now.
Like PK made a video as I walked through the valley of 79.9. Like whenever that video was made, whenever chilling was 70 and evolving was 90 on eBay. Like there's been a lot of times, the majority of the time, you can't just go make $100 an hour scalping retail product. This is an exceptional time. This is not the norm. The norm is not having scalping opportunities abound. Right now we're booming, so it's there. 2020, 2021, like we were booming, so it was there. But generally speaking, that is not the case.
I think there is a lot of always okay, but I think there is a lot of opportunity.
But you can always buy at 70 to 80%. Like that is literally just inherent to like everything all the time. Like So one is tried and true. One is like maybe it will be more frequent moving ahead in the coming 5 years than it was the 5 years from 2015 to 2020. I would be on the same page with you there. It will be more common moving ahead, like especially right now. But it's not going to always be the case that Pokemon is going to be chucking $7 packs out for $3 a pack, right? Like that's there's a window on that. How long is that window open? No idea. But yeah. Pokenav raid. Oh god. Pokemage 87. I'll let you go first, Nick. Is double dipping. So the PokeFlipz double dippers, are they an ethical bunch? Or are they, I mean, half of them are scalpers. I bought from most people in this chat one time or another. So what's more immoral? They're double dipping or they're scalping?
Depends on what size company you work for, I would say. If you work for a big conglomerate, then I would say it's fine. But if you work for like a mom and pop shop, then I would say get off of here.
So Nick's one of the ones that's saying like if you steal a loaf of bread from Walmart, screw the big evil mega corporations, but you can't do it from a mom and pop shop.
Yes, exactly.
But what if the mom and pop are multimillionaires and you're doing it to feed your kids, and stealing is wrong. So I can't say that during my 10 years as a chemical engineer, I never had a podcast on. I can't say I was never double dipping, looking at some eBay messages or anything like that. But it's a pretty clear, easy thing to say that it's not ethical, pending what your role is. So certain people actually do work in roles where they like certain people. We had people at my job that like they were there to babysit a certain process. And if the process, if none of the red lights were flashing, if they weren't actively loading the process, like certain people were literally just warm bodies for half, like for their 50 hours a week, for 30 of them, they were warm bodies. Like they could do whatever they wanted as long as they weren't disrupting anything, but so some people have those roles. Like if you're working in a Subway and everything's clean and tidy, everything's prepped, everything's in the oven, and no customers are there to make your subs. Like you got like you can only mop the floor so many times. You can be fully done and have nothing to do in a lot of different jobs. But if you're like double dipping, if you're answering eBay messages while ignoring customer messages, coworker messages, like that's clearly worse. As with everything, there's severity differences. But my former role, like there was never a time that I was ever done. It was by definition, it was impossible. There was always some new article that I could have been reading towards R&D on like future potential projects. There was always something to do. So my former role by definition was never complete. Though a lot of people do work roles like that. So yeah, I don't know. Mostly a meme question, but I want to take the meme question seriously. Eric Drinks Water says, I am so scared to sell sealed cards
don't be
on
taking
eBay.
this one seriously too.
Can you tell me some of your own bad experiences so I can validate my insecurities? Thanks. So I will tell you an exact number. So between the months of, where are we? Between the months of May through October. So not including anything in November yet, but shout out _retrospecs on Instagram. He has been fulfilling Japanese boxes through my eBay. We've sold 852 boxes. So by now it's over 1,000. Over 1,000 boxes we've sold with returns enabled. We've had like 2 issues. 0.2%. 0.2% of our products have led to issues. So it does happen. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. Sometimes you will have 5 issues in 1 week. But like overall, the vast majority of interactions are positive in eBay, in Fanatics, in whatnot, in TCG Player. But it does suck. It does suck when you have the bad issues.
And I would say it happens all the time. So don't sell yourself. Sell to someone else.
Me
don't deal with the
specifically,
headache
at
of getting those
75%.
constant returns.
I feel like it just went red light and I'm 10 minutes behind. Yeah, when you're hanging out in a live chat and you see the chat turning and the chat doesn't match the vibes on the time that you're at in the video, that's always funny. Let's see. I definitely missed some things. And I actually checked too. Pokemart and NN Raid said Daddy Donkey Kong. I looked on YouTube. They're 30 minutes into their podcast. Oh, man. He says, I'm a real fan of you, Dan. Don't need to be part of a raid to be here. I appreciate that, Daddy Donkey Kong. I know we've had some back and forth. I know there's been some comments, and maybe 2 minutes from now after I say this, maybe you'll be getting put into timeout again. But we do appreciate you being here when you can behave yourself. Oh, man. Dan, can you tell my pregnant wife to stop checking the pizza tracker? The baby will get here when it gets here. Please, that is a pizza tracker that is worth tracking. That is one that you go to all your appointments. You go get all the checkups. That is a pizza tracker that you refresh at the exact interval that your doctors recommend you refresh. So that is one, like, actual medical advice. Please refresh that tracker, please. And good luck with all that. Very exciting, very stressful, very life-changing time going through all that. So we are through everything that I had starred. I think there's some questions I have to catch up to. But let me do like a little quick check-in. 30 minutes is like the cap on how long we'll go from here. If anyone has any additional questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. If not, we will try to catch up. If we get caught up between now and 4:30, we might wrap up early. But yeah, 10 to 30 minutes left from here. How you doing, Nick? You staying awake? You feeling good?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to have a couple of days off. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I was live last night on YouTube. It's been so long since I've been live on a Monday night and then being live on a Tuesday afternoon. It feels so weird, but I'm so looking forward to the long weekend. Yeah, we're actually going out to dinner tonight. We have to deliver some Cub Scout popcorn to one of my aunts. So we're going out to dinner. We're going to go grocery shopping, deliver some popcorn. It's going to be a nice night leading into tomorrow. I do have to do consignor payouts. I'm probably going to have a bunch of stuff at the P.O. box that I'm buying. Tomorrow's going to be kind of busy, but Thursday through Sunday is going to be pretty laid back.
That'll be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that very much so. The other thing we didn't talk about for the weekend is TCG Player. Are you gonna be buying a bunch with the TCG Player sale, or just business as usual?
I don't like 10 to 13% off is great. I just bought all these from TCG Player for like graded edge, graded card plays. Mm-hmm. So I might go and I might spend $5-10 grand. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I might go and spend a little bit on raw to grade, but like as far as buying sealed, 10 to 13% doesn't move the needle. No, like that's buying at 87 to 90%, right? It's like I'm generally buying between 70 and 80%, 70 and 85%, depending on what it is. So a TCG Player sale is nice, but it's not beating my general. Like I'm buying most loose packs right now at 75%. I'm not gonna go and buy 1,000 loose packs of any set because 13% off is only that's 87%. Like why buy at 87 when I can buy at 75?
Yeah, so exactly.
That's my main thing with that.
Yeah. No, I won't buy any sealed either, but I do want to pick up a whole bunch of singles. A lot for like buy them, hopefully graded decent bit of them, and then have some live inventory. So a decent bit of that, and then just singles to set back.
Jamie Chris VA says, I'm a full-time reseller through Walmart and Costco. Dan has no idea what he's talking about.
Ooh,
I don't know what that's with.
Burned you.
Do you know what it's in reference to? What was I talking about?
About buying at 70 to 80% will always be a thing, but people going to Walmart and Costco won't ever be a thing. Oh,
I mean, I don't know how long you've been a full-time reseller doing that, but like you definitely wouldn't have been doing that in 2014. At least with Pokemon
doing
products.
It since 99, Jamie. Just to spite Dan.
Definitely wouldn't have been doing it in Pokemon at least. But no, there are definitely people who just do retail arbitrage. Like there are people that go. Have you ever been in like a bookstore or something, and people are
Like the
scanning
library
the
book
UPCs?
sales.
Well, like people are scanning the UPCs and everything. Like
Yeah.
there are definitely plays. Sometimes it's in the toy aisle, sometimes it's in the card aisle. You probably could be a full-time reseller through Walmart and Costco, but I would be shocked if you were able to do that full-time in 2014, 2015 in Pokemon. Like right now you're feasting, but a lot of times it would have been very, very dark.
You skipped a peak comment question.
Oh, did I?
Nick/Dan, can we get a gross sales competition for 2025? Dan's Fanatic sales versus Nick's eBay live sales. Ooh.
What do you want Pace to doing? What are you doing monthly right now?
See, the thing is, I have eBay. I don't know just Fanatics, or I mean, not just Fanatics, just eBay, or just my eBay live.
We'll do all of eBay. What's your 30-day? If you can look at it this way, because I don't have as much freedom as you do. Fanatics just gives me by the month, and I can't really easily change it. So what did you do in November?
Oh, dang it. I was going to look at my 30-day. Hold on.
I did 89,420. No, 89,042. Sorry.
So this is this month?
No, yeah, November 1st to today.
Okay. 94,958.
Ooh, that's really close. So you got me by like $6,000. I feel like that's a good competition. We'll have to think of a friendly wager to put on that. I'd be up for it though.
We could do that. We could do that.
Especially once I get my 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th streamers going. No, I honestly might. I'm contemplating in 2025 adding somebody on eBay Live. I'm not entirely sure. I might just add a 3rd or a 4th to Fanatics, but that's all up in the air right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I don't see that question. I don't know where that question went.
Walrus. 95K isn't bad considering Nick has only been live 8 days this month.
I scrolled back quite a ways and I couldn't find that comment. So what time was it? Oh no, right there. So I just hadn't gotten to it
Stop
yet.
sign and everything.
I know I hadn't gotten to it yet. You're ahead of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hanging out at the bottom of chat.
Purple Ram says, here's a question I can't stop thinking about. Is Golden Go, is that the cheese stick guy? I think that's the cheese stick guy. Is Golden Go a metaphor for how the Pokemon company feels about itself? Made of and surfing on money, but dead inside. Oh, man. I don't know. I like that, though. Walrus says he agrees with Jamie's comment after the comma. So Dan has no idea what he's talking about. What if you work for a humble fisherman? Oh, I think I'm going to get there. Where are we, though? Let me know.
I was going to say Galaxy Card Shop. The prices of English sealed rise during the TCG player sale. No, but yes. Because so much more is getting bought. So, like, so much is getting sold out. So, like, the lowest price on Friday will be lower than it'll be less than the lowest price come Monday or Sunday whenever the sale ends. Just because so many of that low list have been bought out.
BB says he can be my eBay Live representative and do the schmoozing at Gen Con as well. I have a lot of potential suitors.
Is he your eBay Live representative or is he mine?
I think he's offering to be mine because I talked about potentially adding eBay Live, and you're the one. You have a firm grasp on your live streaming, and you're not giving up any of it. I'm giving it all. I'm giving it all away, and I'm paying people very well to do it for me because I don't want to do it. I want to be the sourcing. I want to buy from all the scalpers. I want to unite the scalpers and then pair them up with a live streamer, keep them fed. Let me just facilitate the middleman in between for a few percentage points.
There we go.
Can Nick show his shirt? Is that official?
I wish
Pokemon?
It was. No, it's not. I gotta turn my camera tracking off, but here it is. Nice little fossil set.
Nice. So yeah, you did the Galaxy Card Shop. Oh no, I sold over 1,000 boxes on eBay this year with only one return. The guy said it was resealed. It wasn't. Then I just sold it again. Yeah, overall returns are like very rare. As long as you're doing good business, as long as you're like if you're packaging terribly, if you're selling product that could actually be resealed, like you're gonna have more issues if you're not doing it at a high level, right? Retro has been sourcing very good product. He's sourcing genuine product. We just had a scam though. We had somebody return 2 151 boxes saying they were resealed. They returned it with a bunch of cheap packs inside of it. And I reached out to eBay. They refunded the buyer out of their own pockets. They didn't take the money from me because I'm like, hey, look, we sold 500 151 boxes through that listing. I have 60,000 items sold. This guy has 2 feedback. I said, I guarantee you this guy's going to pop up. He's going to scam a couple other people, and then his account will go dormant forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I talked to the eBay rep just in a message, not on the phone. But I'm like, don't be this. Please don't be this, eBay. And they leveled with me. They're like, okay, we're going to refund them, but not out of your pocket. So seller protection does exist when sanity checks can be used. But sometimes it doesn't work, though, and it's endlessly frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
Here we go. Reprint shirt, gross. Reprint IP stealing shirt, very gross. BB will back out of Gen Con again. Walrus is not happy. He's holding a grudge. Like now we have all the dates. Is Gen Con must announce a year out, right? Or did they not?
They're like the end of July, beginning of August. Like
August
that weekend.
1st to 4th it shows.
Yeah.
Does that fall? Let me go into the Collecticon Discord and see where that falls. I'm glad I pinned. So August 1st to 4th is the weekend after Richmond, Virginia, which is July 26th to 27th. And then it's a week before Charlotte. So yeah, it's back-to-back weekends now, Gen Con and Charlotte. So it's over the summer too. Maybe I hit both. Maybe I hit both with a family trip in between.
Man.
That sounds that just pulled up on my radar. That sounds potentially really nice. We'll see though. We'll see. So we answered that one. Internet person wants to know if you put PWE hard stock paper inserts to ship, is it worth the cost? No. Use card savers. Card savers, and that's it, and you're good to go. Don't use the wide envelopes. Use the narrow envelopes so you don't have all that extra floppy stuff at the end. Like the amount of times, I don't want to show people's addresses, the amount of times people use full 8.5-inch width envelopes, like what are we doing here? Save the planet. You use the thin ones. Use the thin ones that fit a card saver tighter. Like we don't need all that extra waste. But everyone's using these ones.
I always use those ones.
I use these ones. I like the planet. I'm trying to save it.
I don't like the planet. I want to expedite our colonization of Mars.
You're in good company because Pokemon hates the planet as well. They don't want to ship our what was the terminology we came up with? They don't want to ship me a pool boxes. Full of they don't want to ship me the boom boxes of 25,000 packs. They want to ship Sea and Sky collection boxes.
I don't know if this is he talking like the TCG player envelopes insert that came out? I don't know if you're talking about that, but that seems like the biggest ripoff ever. Like it's got like it almost looks like a like 3 pockets of a card page, except it's cardboard, and you put that into an envelope.
Like I apologize to these companies. I know a lot of people do like their products, I think, but like I just recently got it was like a $20 single with this armalope around it. It's like this cardboard huge thing that you fold around it a bunch. And it was like a $20 single on TCG Player. It's like, what are we doing? Put that thing in a card saver and PWE it.
Yeah.
Those cardboard things you slide the card in, Card Guard or whatever they're called. I don't like any of those products at all. I hate receiving them as a consumer. It's so much more waste I have to recycle. It's so much more tedious to get to what I want. Like I just want to open up. I want to open up an envelope like this, and I want to have the card inside that I want, and I want it to be a nice PSA 10 quality, and then I don't even need to do anything, and I just ship that bad boy right to PSA, and boom, make my $50. Is that too much to ask for? And save the planet? Save the planet. I have 500 plus business cards from Nick. Oh, that's funny.
That's the thing. Do you I'm assuming you just put business cards in every order.
I put business cards when I send to James. I send some cards to like Z&G Emporium.
Yeah.
I send them. If I send a package to you, I'm putting a business card in there. When I send a PSA, let me actually. When I send a PSA, a lot of times I'm just on autopilot, not intentionally, but like I just put a. I'll be right back. I put a business card in there.
Nice. Yeah, I do the same with the lives, and with the lives, you're getting a lot of repeat customers, but there's some new customers mixed in there. So I just throw a business card in with everyone, and people are accumulating the business cards at a rapid rate now.
I thought I knew where I had one handy, but I didn't. But sometimes, a lot of times, PSA will just presumably throw away my business card, which is reasonable. But sometimes they'll put it in a card saver, and they'll put the thing like "Do Not Holder." I've gotten that, like, I probably have 5 of them kicking around. I just turned my camera off so I could go grab one, but I don't know where I put it. But I probably have 5 of them kicking around where it's my business card and it says "Do Not Holder." Like, I don't know if they do that to be like cheeky and funny. I don't know if they think that I'm actually trying to grade my business card, because I don't send it in a card saver. I pack up my slabs, I put them in a box, whatever, and then I put, like, with the packing slip, I put my business card. But part of my thinking is, like, if the label ever was torn off, if the package was ever destroyed, there's some chance. One time I was buying a collection from somebody from internationally. The entire outside of the package got wet or something, destroyed the label. They opened it up and they saw my contact information inside. So one time I got an email from, like, some random person in Europe from like UPS or FedEx that said, "Hey, I opened up this package in the lost package department, and the only thing in there was your name, your email. And we saved a multi-$1,000 package because something was in there." So that's part of why I, like, always put these in too. It's like, hey, if something goes wrong, something gets lost, they know how to find me. So yeah, long rant on why I put business cards everywhere. Also because I have 50,000 of them. Sorry, Earth. Is Moana 2 coming out tonight? I actually really like Moana. And I knew Moana 2 was coming out soon.
God, come on.
It looks like it is. Maybe that's part of my weekend plans. I really like Moana. That's a solid movie.
Jesus.
So it sounds like you're not going. Sounds like you don't have your
no, that is such a stupid movie.
Moana is one of my favorites of the past 5 or 10 years. Yes, no. Moana's solid. We need a modern Disney movie tier list, and then we need a vintage Disney movie tier list as well. Shout out Box Nostalgia. Give us one of those. Moana is solid A tier. Moana solid A tier. Encanto. Those are some of the top ones for me.
I've never seen Encanto. I haven't seen that one.
I like Encanto.
No, Moana. Ugh, that's terrible. Terrible movie. I did not enjoy that one. And I'm usually a Disney fan. Like Frozen, absolutely loved it.
See, I like it better than Frozen. Frozen's grown on me. I've watched it 100 times with my daughter, so it's grown on me. But Frozen 2 is good too. I'm excited to see Moana 2. We might end up there this weekend. Now I'm excited. I'm more excited. I said earlier, I don't know what my weekend plans are but like it'll probably fill out with something. That's a nice thing for it to fill out with. That might end up happening. The sea, it calls me. Nick, do you have a buyback program for business cards? Do the vintage ones get valued at a higher amount?
Yeah. BB is one of those people who would have a whole bunch of business cards to send back to me.
You pulled James out of lurking. James is very upset with your take on Moana. You just got cussed out by Basic Trainers girls. Bullish on Moana, bearish on Lorcana. Classic Dan flip-flop moment. Dan, how many angry DMs did you get for revealing how much prismatic ETBs cost you from distribution? I've definitely talked about my ETB cost from distribution a lot. I didn't get any additional ones that from all the normal angry DMs that I get. But no, like ETBs have been generally around $30 for me in Scarlet and Violet and historic, like, well, specialty sets. Yeah, I believe like 151. Weren't we getting 151 ETBs around 30?
32?
Maybe a little over 30. Yeah, maybe a little bit over 30. But I think main sets these days are closer to 30. Back in Sword Shield, though, it used to be like 23, 24, somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Question for Nick: Do you know that you're a big deal?
Aw, I did not.
Oh man. That's funny.
Now my ego is going to be at an all-time high now that I'm a big deal.
Yeah. Let's see. Fat Belly Collects says, question: if you two had to run a business and only one could buy and only one could sell, I think the best business strategy would be me buying and Nick live streaming it all.
I think so.
Like I would be perfectly fine. I've already given it up to Ponga and PK. They're doing all the FaceTime on the camera. I'm fine not having that. I have a little bit of FaceTime every week. 2 hours, one night a week is plenty for me. Like people meme and talk about how much I'm live on YouTube. It's like 2-3 hours a week. Nick's live 2-3 hours a night every night.
Yeah. You were just on Nostalgianomics channel though.
I have been making a little bit more guest appearances. I mean, I was on Cardboard Hands recently too, but we're booming. I'm riding the wave, man. I'm riding the wave. What if we calm down? Like by summer, I'll be back to PokeFlipz 1 week, and then my solo the other week. I won't be doing my solo every week by the summer. I don't anticipate. If I am, I'll have to take some weeks off because I will be taking some entire weeks off, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, people talking about Disney movies. I think we're gonna wrap up there. If you've not yet bought your tickets, go out and buy your Moana 2 tickets. I'm very bullish on Moana sequels. I was a big fan of the first one, so I'm investing heavy this weekend into Moana sequels.
Or save your money and don't go see it.
Going out to movies is expensive, but it'll be a good time. The kids will have a good time. It'll likely happen.
It is fun. And you can't beat the popcorn.
Oh, you got to go extra butter. Do you go extra butter?
Oh, of course.
My wife's not a big fan, but I always sneak some on there. And yeah, I think we've talked about this before. I feel like Basic Trainer is a popcorn aficionado that I've talked about. I think it's Colonel Seasons. I buy the like special salt seasoning that you pour over it. I do it with like the Colonels at my house. Do it with Colonels, way too much butter, and then I pour over the Colonel Seasons pour over movie theater butter stuff. That stuff is amazing. That stuff is amazing. But yeah, with that, we started with a lot of food talk. We're ending with some food talk. We appreciate everyone hanging out. We appreciate everyone being here, making this the fun afternoon that it was. Hope everyone has a great Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whether you're selling, whether you're buying, whatever you're doing. Hopefully it all works out for you. Have a great time with family and friends on Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. And we will catch you all later.
See you later.